And hello, everybody, and welcome to this 8th grade boys championship game of the Cross-County Conference. Bethel and Newton, let's run down the starters. First off for Bethel, 20 is Tony Phillips, Jordan Kopp, 21. Casey Denlinger.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home in New Madison, Montage Cafe, located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by Bixler Video Productions.
And we apologize, a little technical problem, but we're back as play is underway. We played about 20 seconds here, and we're certainly glad to be with you. We were running down the starting lineups as Newton with possession goes in. That's number 34, Kyler Boer. He is fouled. Let's run down the starters here real quick once again. 20 is Tony Phillips for Bethel. 21 is Jordan Kopp. Casey Denlinger is 30. Greg Cornish is number 34. And Mike Cly is number 44. For the Indians, Joshua Peace is number 12. Jonathan Kinnett, number 20. Eric Brewster, 22. Craig Walters, 24. And Kyler Boer is 34. Bethel, coached by Bruce Ratliff. They're 12-3 as Newton takes the 1-0 lead. The Indians, coached by Chep Brewster, they are 13-3. It's the 2 seed against the 4 seed with 5:36 remaining. Boer hits both free throws, and the Indians lead it 2-0 as Denlinger takes the inbounds pass, gives the ball off to Kopp, and he'll get it up into the front court. 5.5 minutes remain. Kopp looks inside, nothing there. As the wing jumper does not go, the rebound and putback is good by Cornish. And we're knotted up at 2 apiece. Mark Bixler with you here at National Trail High School for this 8th grade Cross-County Conference Boys Championship game in this tournament. Knotted up at 2 as Peace gives the ball out to Boer. Boer looks to drive, pulls up the wing jumper, does not go. Looks like he might have had his foot on the line. It'll be Bethel basketball. Bethel, as we said, at 12-3. Newton 13-3. We'll run down how each team got here momentarily as Kopp couldn't get it, but Cornish the rebound. The putback by Phillips from 3 does not go. Boer the rebound quickly the other way. Pulling up the jumper, it is good. Kinnett with that basket, giving the Indians the 4-2 lead here in the opening quarter of play. Well, my name is Mark Bixler. Glad to be with you. And Bixler Video Productions. As that shot does not go, Phillips cannot get it to drop, but Cly with the putback, and we're knotted up at 4 apiece. We're a company based in Greenville. If you are interested, we do a lot of games on Greenville Public Access Television, as well as Adelphia Cable in Salina, Minster, and Versailles. And we are hoping to be on in the Preble County system as Kyler Boer gets that to drop, and the Indians back in front, 6-4. Opening quarter of play as we are at the 3:35 mark as Kopp with it out top. He's open for 3. Does not go. The rebound is to the Indians. Quickly ahead to Kinnett. Kinnett nearly got himself turned around. Brewster with the pass to him. Boer with it out top. Drives into the lane. Has it tipped, but it's Walters that comes up with it. Boer looks to drive in the lane. Dishes it back out to Kinnett. Left side it goes to Walters. Out top it goes. Kinnett to Boer once again. Brewster tried to get the give and go to Boer, but was unable to do so. As checking in for the Indians, Matthew Prickett, as he replaces Walters. Tyler Spires checks in for the Bees. He replaces Cly. 3:03 remaining. Inside Boer off the glass. And the Indians lead the Bees here by 4 at 8-4 with 2:55 remaining here in this opening quarter of play. Spires goes to Cornish, low post, looks baseline move. He gets it to drop. And it's a 2-point game again at 8-6. Canet across midcourt for Newton. They lead it by 2. Near steal, but Prickett, check that Brewster. Trying to force it inside, was not there, and the Bees with the steal. Loose ball, that's Peace that comes away with it, hands it off to Boer, and quickly the other way. Boer will drive in, gets the basket. The lead back to 4 for the Indians, 10-6. Phillips gives the ball off to Bernard. Inside does not go. The rebound put back by Denlinger would not go. Denlinger with both shots. Boer with it, and he'll get it into the front court. Boer drives in, whistle and a foul. Looks like it's going to be on the floor. So it'll be a common foul. The way the official came in there, it'll be a common foul. Prickett takes the inbounds pass and the steal. Phillips lays it off the glass. Good. 10-8. Canet will trigger it in, gets the ball to Boer. Back to Canet, and he'll get it into the front court. Right side. Brewster, nice pass into Prickett. Out to Peace. Good. Back to a 4-point ball game. 12-8 Newton. Reach-in foul is going to be on Canet. That the first team foul against Newton. Mark Bixler with you here, and Bixler Video Productions. 57.2 seconds remains here in this first quarter. Nicolaya checks in for the Indians. And Alea, check that. Yes, it is Alea that comes up with the steal. Boer at the free throw line, tips it away. The pass down to Canet. It'll be Newton basketball. Peace checking back in. Tell you what, Alea was only in for a brief period right there, but boy, he came up with a big turnover. I know it's just the opening quarter, but every possession is critical in a championship game. The three-pointer does not go. Boer crashing down the board, and he is going to be whistled for over the back. Still a common foul, just the second team foul called against the Indians. 37.1 seconds remaining. Cly back in the ball game. Newton fans wanting double dribble, and very well should have probably been called. Baseline jumper, good. It's a 2-point ball game again, 12-10. The Indians had a couple of opportunities to extend it to a 6-point ball game, but unable to take advantage of it. Canet gives it to Boer as we are at 6 seconds. Boer looks to drive. The jumper does not go, but he is fouled with 1.9 seconds remaining. Boer is going to be at the charity stripe to get 2 tosses. A chance to extend this lead to 3 right now. Certainly glad to be here at National Trail this afternoon for this 8th grade boys cross-county conference championship game for junior high basketball, as Boer cannot get the first one to drop. Another opportunity to make this a 3-point ball game. Well, an all-Miami County championship game, not only for the 8th grade, but for the 7th grade. As that shot will fall short, we've completed a quarter here at National Trail with the score Newton 12, Bethel 10.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home in New Madison, Montage Cafe, located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by Bixler Video Productions.
Back here at National Trail, 12-10, Newton leading Bethel. This 8th grade championship game. Mark Bixler with you, Bixler Video Productions. Glad to be with you. And in case you're wondering, you're thinking the name Mark Bixler may sound familiar, we'll get to that in a moment. As Boer with the miss, quickly out to Canet. Canet lays it up, does not get it to go, and Johnny on the spot. Matthew Prickett there to follow it up and give Newton a 14-10 lead. I've worked in broadcasting since 1983, starting at the old WDRK in Greenville. Worked at WPTW in the spring of, or actually the summer of 1987, as that three-pointer is good, and suddenly it's a one-point ball game. And in the fall of 1987, moved over, became news director at WZZY, as that is in and out. The rebound to Denlinger. At WDRK, I was news and sports director. And we're going to have carrying the ball. From there, went to the Huntsville, Alabama market. Did news and sports there as well, both in radio and television. And back to Ohio at WIFE, actually to Indiana at WIFE in Connersville in Indiana. Thoroughly enjoyed that, getting to call some games, some of the best high school facilities in the country. Spartan Bowl in Connersville, the Tiernan Center in Richmond, Chrysler Arena in Newcastle, and Chrysler Fieldhouse in Newcastle, and the Wigwam in Anderson. Kopp looks to drive, puts the runner up, doesn't get it to follow. It does not go, but he is fouled, and I believe that may be on, and indeed is on, Boer. And from Connersville, moved on to a company called Metro Networks in Dayton, who contracts, it's a nationwide business, but they contract with radio stations in the markets that they are in. I was in the Dayton market, and I was on AM 1290 WHIO doing traffic and news. Afternoon traffic and evening news, evening and overnight news. And of course, I continue to do high school basketball on 93.7 WFCJ. A turnover by Newton, giving it back to Bethel. 14-13, 4:14 remains. I've done that since March of 1998, doing Dayton Christian High School basketball on 93.7 WFCJ. Kopp gets it to drop, and Gatt gives Bethel their first lead. They've tied it up a few times, but never have headed Newton. And they do now at 15-14. Boer. Turnaround jumper does not go. The rebound is to Bethel. Quickly the other way, and the breakaway lays it up, does not go. That is Sam Bernard, but he is fouled. Free throw rattles around and rolls off. I think he took that, rimmed around on every inch of that rim. That basket before it fell away. A chance to make this a 2-point ball game again, and does, is Sam Bernard. 16-14, 3:40 remaining here in this second quarter of play. As Boer gives it to Peace, out to Canet. He'll bring it out, set the offense up. Bethel in what looks like a man-to-man. Low post, it goes to Boer. Tries to get it down to Prickett, but it's out of bounds, and it's going to be Newton basketball. 3:22 remains. It'll be a common, actually, Newton will put it in play underneath our own basket. Canet takes the inbounds pass. That is tipped away, and he stepped on the line. And turnover, giving it back to Newton. Canet takes the inbounds pass, brings it right side. Peace with it out top. We'll run down how each team got here at some point. Boer drives baseline, goes up with it, cannot get it to drop, and he is fouled. He will go to the free throw line to get 2 charity tosses. I believe Cornish whistled for that. How each team got here. Newton had a bye in the first round. They played Bradford in the second round, and then knocked off Covington here Thursday night, coming from behind after trailing 23-16 at the end of, or 17 after 3 quarters. Newton scored as many points in the final quarter as they had in the entire first 3 quarters. We'll tell you how Bethel got here momentarily. Kopp looked like he might have traveled, and no call. Has it outside, steps inside the arc, fires, does not go. The rebound is to the Indians. Boer quickly the other way. He goes coast to coast, pulls up. The jumper does not go. It's a 1-point ball game as Cornish grabs the rebound. Phillips has it tipped from behind by Canet, and Canet comes up with a steal. Nice behind the back dribble by Phillips, but Canet stayed with it. From the corner, does not go. The rebound is to Denlinger. Bethel also had a bye in the first round, and they played Tri-County North in the second round, picked up a win in that one, and then knocked off Arcanum in overtime here Thursday night to hand the Trojans their first loss of the year. Cornish in the paint. About a 13 footer. It's good. And Bethel leading it by 3 right now, 18-15. As a reach-in foul is called on Kopp. at the 5th team foul, so Bethel, check that, Newton will put it in play. Phillips tips it out. It stays with the Indians. A minute 27 remains. A 3-point ball game, 18-15. Well, a nice hustle. Bethel coming up with that as Bernard has it tipped, and it's going to be Newton basketball. Gannett walks it into the front court as Kopp applies the pressure. Brewer with it on the baseline, in some trouble, gets it back out. The three-pointer does not go. Dendlinger grabs the rebound as Brewster couldn't get it to drop. And we quickly head the other way, 18-15. Klopp, the baseline runner, good. (20-15). Well, as the first quarter belonged to the Indians, this second quarter has belonged to Bethel. 35 ticks remain. 20-15, Bethel leading it by 5. Newton with just 3 points here. They need a big basket here. Gannett fires for 3, does not go. The rebound to Bethel. We head the other way with 12 seconds remaining. Phillips, baseline, Bernard fires. Cannot get it to go. Brewer quickly the other way. Time running out, pulls up the 3-shot at the buzzer. Count it! Well, we said the Indians needed a big basket. They got it from Kyler Brewer. We've completed one half with the score Bethel 20, Newton 18.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home of New Madison, Montage Cafe located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by Bixler Video Productions.
We're back here at National Trail, a 2-point ball game. As we begin the third quarter, Newton trailing Bethel 20-18. It was 12-10, Newton leading the Bees after 1, but Newton really struggled in that second quarter as Brewer lets it fly, and the rebound to Kopp. That would have been big if he could have gotten it to drop. Would have given them back the lead. Hornish with it, low post, spins, and he's going to be called for traveling. Still a 2018 ball game as Peace gets it, or check that, Cannett gets it across midcourt. I believe it's Cannett. Yes. Brewer with it now. Still a 2-point lead for Bethel. Cannett sets up the offense again for Newton. Brewster brings it left side to Peace. Bethel, without a doubt, a distinct height advantage in this one. Brewer with it out top. Gives the ball to Kinnett. Newton being very patient on this offensive set right now, as we have played about a minute and a half, and a whistle and a timeout is going to be taken by the Indians. And it will be a 30-second timeout. We've played just over a minute and a half, and still neither team has dented the scoreboard here in this third quarter. It was 20-18 at the half, and that's where we stand right now. 12-3 Bethel, 13-3 Newton. Mark Bixler with you here, and Bixler Video Productions. Glad to be with you here this afternoon for this 8th grade boys cross-county conference tournament championship game. Kinnett will get it across midcourt for Newton, trailing by the deuce right now as that goes down inside. Brewer the rebound and put back off of Kinnett's miss. He is fouled. Brewer will be at the charity stripe to get 2 free throws, as that foul against Greg Cornish was number 2. 4:15 remains here in this third quarter of play. So we have just over 10 minutes remaining in regulation. Bethel already with at least one overtime game, as Brewer hits that one, making it a 1-point ball game. Now an opportunity to knot this up. Second one's on the way, and it's good as well. We're tied at 20. Well, after trailing by 5 late in the third quarter, Brewer hit a 3 as time ran out just before the end of the first half to make it a 2-point ball game. Kopp looks to drive, cut off, goes up with it. That was tipped, and it's going to be Bethel basketball. It's sometimes when it happens right in front of you, you just don't see it. And that's why you have 2 officials. That's why in a lot of cases you have 3, and that's going to be traveling. Kinnett across midcourt. Gives it off to Brewer. Brewer off the glass, good. And Newton right now starting off with the first 4 points of the second half as they take a 22-20 lead. Cly with it, gives it right side. Denlinger, check that, Phillips. That ball is tipped, but Cly comes up with it, dishes it down to Kopp. He puts it in for 2. And we're knotted up at 22. We approach the 3-minute mark. Kinnett gives the ball to Brewer. Brewer looks to drive baseline. Dishes it back out. Kinnett for 3. Rims out, does not go. Cly the rebound. Comes out with it quickly the other way. A 3-on-1. 3-on-2 rather. 3-pointer is good. Well, after the Indians started with a 4-0 run, Bethel comes right back with a 5-0 run. Loose ball on the floor and a timeout. Did he get it in time? Yes, he did. Eric Brewster getting that timeout. This one will be a full one. We'll take one as well. The score, Bethel 25, Newton 22.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home of New Madison, Montage Cafe located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by M. Bixler Video Productions.
We're back here at National Trail. Bethel leading it by 3, 25-22. Newton scored the first 4 points of the quarter to take a 22-20 lead as Boer can't get the first shot to go. Then he got a rebound, got the offensive rebound, couldn't get the putback to go, and Bethel comes away with it. They're currently on a 5-0 run right now. It's a 3-point ball game at 25-22. Cly goes low post to Cornish, back out to Cly. With it now Phillips. Denlinger to Kopp. Cornish with it on the wing, open for 3. Skips across the rim, does not go. Phillips the rebound and putback, can't get it. And it's off of Newton. It will be Bethel basketball. A minute 49 remains here in this third quarter of play. Phillips for 3. Cannot get it. Tapped up, and we're going to have over the back against Denlinger. Gannett gets it across midcourt. Bethel leading it by 3. Low post it goes to Boer. Boer backing his way in, out to Gannett from the free throw line. Good. 25-24. Boer does a nice job of taking it baseline, a whistle and a reach in. It's going to go against Newton. Actually, a block is what is called. As checking in is Nick Olea. Boer does a nice job. He backs his way, gets the ball down on the low block, and then finds the open man, and that is lost. Well, check that, a nice save by Kopp off of Cly's hands. Denlinger gives it off to Klopp. Low post it goes. Cly, the fadeaway jumper, it rolls off, doesn't go. Denlinger the rebound and put back, and it's back to a 3-point ball game at 27-24. Gannett in some trouble. Olea, and he got it to go, but he's guilty of traveling. So the basket does not count, and Bethel, with an opportunity to extend this lead even more, goes up with it. Denlinger, but he is fouled, and if it's on Denlinger, or Boer rather, it is not, though. I believe it's on 44, and if that's the case, it's Matthew Prickett. And with 4:20, check that, 42.7 seconds left. Denlinger's basket, the free throw is good, making it a 4-point ball game, 28-24. Joshua Peace checks back in for the Indians. Denlinger trying to make this a 5-point ball game. Free throw is on the way, and it's good. Back to a 5-point game at 29-24. The score right now, Gannett will get it across midcourt as they try the run and jump. Underneath, Prickett goes up with it, and it rolls out. Boer the rebound. He is fouled. 32.9 seconds remaining. Cornish picking up the foul. Prickett, and that is tipped away. Kopp ahead to Phillips. Phillips off the glass, good. And Bethel leading it by 7. With under 20 seconds remaining, Gannett works it across midcourt. A steal. Cly Goes down, goes up with it, and Kopp commits the foul. And the pressure defense by Bethel starting to take its toll on Newton, at least here in the third quarter. Mike Cly at the charity stripe. Free throw is good. The lead is 8. 32-24 with 9.3 seconds remaining. Bethel right now on a 7-0 run. Cly will try to make this an 8-0 run. He cannot, and a whistle. It will be Newton basketball with 8.8 seconds remaining. They've got to get it down in a hurry. Boer, they call over and back, and all three have to be over, and I don't think his feet were on the line. They never officially made it over. But nonetheless, with 4.2 seconds left, a timeout is taken. We'll take one as well. With the score, Bethel 32, Newton 24.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home in New Madison, Montage Cafe, located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by Bixler Video Productions.
4.2 seconds remain here in the third quarter. 32-24. Cly will trigger it in for the Indians, and they're just going to let time run out. And a whistle against Peace with 1.7 seconds remaining. Cly again triggers it in. Phillips will fire, did not get it to go, but he's called for traveling with 0.5 seconds. Newton will trigger it in to our right on the near sideline as Brewster will put it in play. The long pass is intercepted by Cly, and the long shot does not go. We've completed 3 quarters here at National Trail in this 8th grade championship game of the Cross County Conference Boys Tournament. It's Bethel 32, Newton 24.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home in New Madison, Montage Cafe, located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by Bixler Video Productions.
Back at National Trail, 6 minutes remains here as we head into the final quarter of play. We are underway, a 32-24 lead for the Bethel Bees. We said we mentioned, and I think we did mention how Bethel got here. Knocking off Tri-County North in a second-round game as that baseline jumper is good, and it's a 10-point ball game. Bethel then in the semifinals upset undefeated Arcanum in overtime to claim an opportunity to get into the championship game, which right now they lead by 10. Boer pushes it down. The baseline jumper is good by Brewster. The three-pointer making it a 7-point game, 34-27. Phillips gives the ball to Cly, back to Phillips. Right side it goes Kopp. Cornish out top. Phillips to Cly. Gets it back after bobbling it. Can't get it to go. Boer the rebound. Quickly the other way. Boer fires for three. Does not go. The rebound is to Kopp. Well, every possession here in this final quarter becomes very vital for Newton as they trail by 7. Bethel, on the other hand, will continue to force the action as Clyde can't get it to go, but you've got to start thinking about taking some time off the clock, especially leading it by 7. Force the action, but make it come from the flow as that shot doesn't go. Boer the rebound, the putback, it's good, and it's a 5-point game, 34-29. Cly across midcourt, brings it back out, Kopp to Cly. That off the glass, it's good, and it's back to a 7-pointer, 36-29. Gannett to Boer. Boer looks to drive, cut off, gives it back to Brewster, thought about the three, and back to Boer. Open for the three, it's off to the right, does not go, and the rebound to Kopp. Phillips underneath to Denlinger, it's tipped out of bounds, and it's going to remain with Bethel. 3:17 remains. A timeout is taken by Newton. A 30-second timeout. 36.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Dark County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions.
And we're back here at National Trail. We set a 36-29 lead for Bethel. 3:17 remains. Cly in the lane, puts it up, does not get it to go. Battled around. Newton comes away with it. And Cly is going to be called for a foul, a blocking foul. Not just the 4th team foul, so it'll be a common foul. Gannett walks it across midcourt. Down by 7, still plenty of time in this one. Peace tries to get it into Boer, and a whistle and a reach-in foul. Phillips is called. That the 5th team foul, so Newton will put it in play in front of their own bench. Boer goes baseline, kisses it off the glass, good. 5-point ball game, 36-31. Denlinger gives the ball to Clyde, dishes it off. Loose ball, Cornish comes up with it. Across the court, it's lost out of bounds. Denlinger and Phillips were right there, but they both went for it, and as a result, it ends up out of bounds. So Newton with an opportunity to trim into this lead even more. Boer. And that back to Boer. Looks to drive, nothing there. Gives it up to Cannett, thought about the three. Brewster for three, got it! 2-point ball game, 36-34. And a timeout taken by Bethel. And I believe it's going to be a full one. We'll take one as well. Suddenly, Newton back in this. It's a 2-point game. Bethel 36, Newton 34.
Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home in New Madison, Montage Cafe, located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by Bixler Video Productions.
We're back here at National Trail. Bethel with possession after their timeout, leading it just by a deuce right now, 36-34, after leading it by 7, 36-29 just moments ago. Kopp gives the ball to Phillips. In the corner, that is Cornish. Back out to Phillips, as we are down to a minute 42 remaining. Bethel electing to take some time off the clock. Clyde. And the foul is going to be called on Brewster. Just the 5th team foul. So a minute and a half remains. Kopp will trigger it in for Bethel. They lead it by 2, as we said, 36-34. Back to Denlinger. Cornish with it now on the wing. Clyde gives the ball to Kopp. And the whistle and piece is going to be called for that one, and that's number 6 against Bethel, or against Newton, rather. Still a common foul. So Bethel will put it in play underneath their own basket now with a minute 18 remaining. Phillips hands the ball off to Clyde. Clyde to Phillips. Cornish with it on the sideline. Gives the ball to Clyde. Low post. Denlinger back out to Clyde. To Phillips. To Clyde. 50 seconds remaining. And I believe Peace is going to be guilty of that foul. And that's number 4. Kopp at the free throw line here tonight, this afternoon. As we said, a 2-point ball game right now, 36-34. A chance to make this a 2-possession game, but first, he's got to hit the first free throw. And he cannot. Loose ball. It is Cornish that comes away with it and nearly turned it over, but Bethel maintains possession, and Canet picks up the foul. He commits it against Phillips, so Phillips will go to the free throw line, getting the 1-and-1. (36-34). Phillips' first free throw, the front end of the 1-and-1, is good. Still a one-possession game, though, at 37-34, but Phillips could make this a two-possession ball game, although technically it's still a one-possession game at 4 points because there is such a thing as a four-point play. Second one does not go. Denlinger the rebound. Offensive rebounding here in the fourth quarter has been a killer for Newton off of free throws. Whistle and a foul. And Peace, I believe, is guilty of that foul, and that is number 5 against Joshua Peace. Craig Walters, it looks like, will be checking in, replacing Peace. Phillips at the free throw line. .7 seconds remaining. A three-point lead at 37-34. It's good. 38-34. Bethel led by as many as 8. In fact, led by 8 at the quarter break. After 3, the second free throw. It's on the way, and it is good as well. A 5-point lead. Newton needs some points, and they need them quick right now. Canet for 3. It does not go, and he's going to be at the free throw line to get 3. Phillips picking up his second foul. Boer. The first one is good. He gets 2 more. It's a 4-point ball game. He couldn't trim it to 2 with 21 seconds remaining. Second one is good as well. 39-36, back to a one-possession game. Third one does not go, but it's still a one-possession game, a whistle. And a timeout, I believe, is taken by Bethel. With 17.4 seconds remaining, it'll be a 30-second timeout. Still a 3-point ball game, 39-36. What a ball game. Bethel was involved in one the other night. So was Newton, for that matter. Newton trailing 23-17 after 3, came back to win 33-28. Bethel, on the other hand, trailing Arcanum virtually the whole game till close to the end of the final quarter, managed to tie it to send it to overtime, 24 apiece. And the Bees claimed the win. A near steal, whistle, and a foul is called against Brewster, I believe, is who that is whistled against. Kopp at the free throw line with 16.4 seconds. Newton fans wanted a jump ball, but could have went either way, a jump ball or a foul, and it ended up with a foul against Brewster, number 3. But even if he gets the first to go. So a 4-point ball game, 40-36. Second one is on the way, and it does not go. The rebound is to Brewster. A 4-point ball game. Newton quickly the other way. Knet fires for 3. Good! Timeout with 8.4 seconds remaining. Knet, a key three-pointer, making it a 1-point ball game. 40-39, Bethel with a 1-point lead. 8.4 seconds remaining. Back in a moment.
Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home of New Madison, Montage Cafe located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by M. Bixler Video Productions.
Well, we welcome you back here to National Trail. 1 point separates Bethel and Newton with 8.4 seconds remaining. Bethel leading it by 1. If you're Newton, you try to get the steal off the inbounds pass, then commit the foul right away as Boer commits it with 7.4 seconds remaining. That gives you plenty of time. If you don't get the steal, then commit the foul right away. But more importantly, it gives you enough time to get down court as the first free throw is good. Regardless of what happens here, it's still a one-possession ball game. And they are making sure Knet doesn't get a good look. Both free throws are good. Boer goes up and a timeout is taken with 4.4 seconds remaining. And I believe this one, it's a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 42-39, 4.4 seconds remaining. Bethel over Newton by 3.
Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum, by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville. Homestretch Sportswear in Wapakoneta and St. Henry, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Helping bring you this event, Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville and Pope Braun Funeral Home of New Madison, Montage Cafe, located in downtown Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated of Greenville, Osgood State Bank with several locations, Family Health Services, Greenville, Arcanum, Versailles, and New Madison, State Farm Insurance, your agent, Jim Gable, and by M. Bixler Video Productions.
Well, this is what a championship game should be about. Everyone should be like this as Boer takes the inbounds pass. Gets it to Knet. They got to get it off. Fires the 3. It does not go. It rims out, and Bethel hangs on for the win. Knet got a great look at the basket. Just could not get it to go. It rims out. And Bethel claims the 8th grade championship. The final score here, 42-39. As we will continue to let things go as the trophy presentation will be made. Newton will be taking the runner-up trophy here tonight. Newton falls to 13-4. Bethel improves to 13-3. But what a ball game.
On behalf of the Cross County Conference, we'd like to present the runner-up trophy to Newton.
Newton trailing by 8 heading into the final quarter of play. Got it to 1 at 40-39 off of a Canet 3. Bethel put it back to 3 points on 2 free throws.
Presenting the trophy to the 8th grade champs, Bethel.
And then with 4.4 seconds remaining, Canet got a great look at the basket. Unfortunately for the Indians, if you're an Indian fan, just could not get it to drop. It rimmed out. It was about as close to getting it to drop without it falling. But as a result, Bethel claims the 8th grade Cross County Conference Boys Tournament Championship. 42-39 the final score. Newton outscoring Bethel in the final quarter 15-10. I think they've got the same scissors that they used at the 7th grade level. They're going to have to work probably about as hard, if not harder, to cut down the net than they did in the ball game. But what a basketball game here. That's what a championship game should be like. Going right down to the wire. The final again, 42-39. Bethel taking this win over the Newton Indians here tonight, this afternoon. As we continue to watch the Bees cut down the championship or the net. And as we said during the 7th grade game, the tradition with cutting down the net is each player will cut it down and then they cut down a little sliver as a memento of winning the 8th grade championship. Bethel involved in 2 great basketball games here in the semifinals and the championship game, winning in overtime over undefeated Arcanum and taking this championship game over the Newton Indians, 42-39, and it comes down right to the wire. As Jonathan Canet, as we said, getting a great look at the basket for the Indians. Just could not get it to drop, but what an effort by Bethel as well over the middle 2 periods especially, scoring 22 points. For that matter, they scored 20 points in the first and fourth quarter, but Newton scoring 27 in the first and the fourth quarter, but unfortunately scoring just 6 points each. As the Bees continue to cut down the net here for this, after winning this afternoon's league championship, The tournament championship, rather, over Newton. A great effort by both squads here this afternoon, as turning in a gutty performance. And a tip of the cap to both the Bees and the Indians. As we said, Bethel improves to 13-3. Newton falls, as we said, they end their season at 13-4. And as soon as they finish cutting down the net, we're going to wrap it up here. As we are just moments away from that. And I believe that is going to be the final, or is it the final strip? Apparently not. That is the final strip, as Mike Cly doing the honors. Or is it? No, the last one is going to be for Bruce Ratliff, the 8th grade coach here. And that'll do it. Once again, the final score here at National Trail. Bethel taking the 8th grade championship. Bethel 42, Newton 39. For Mark Bixler, for M. Bixler Video Productions, I'm Mark Bixler. Until next time, so long, everybody.